Well, start out by saying I thank God for giving us this platform at Baylor and College Game Day. Great atmosphere, great opportunity for us. I thought offensively, Kansas really did a good job forcing 21 turnovers. To take responsibility offensively for our spacing, and that was really the difference in the game. And we got to do a better job. And you're not going to beat anybody quality, let alone Kansas at Kansas with 21 turnovers. So that was the area that we'll focus on the most and try to get better at to have a chance to win games like this.
And Scott, some incredible runs by you all, some great runs by KU. What was kind of the difference when you all had big runs versus when KU did today, since it felt like more of a variable game than some of the other games for you all this season?
Again, I mean, I'm happy with 43% holding them to defensively. We can win games like that. We did a great job on the glass. 15 second chance points. We can win games like that. They only had 8 turnovers, and we had 21. And, I mean, if Mahomes throws 6 picks, they ain't winning tomorrow. So, I mean, that's plain and simple. And we've been really good at taking care of the basketball. And we didn't see this one coming as far as that.
And Yves, you had 21 points, go 9 of 12 from the free throw line, maybe your best performance of the season. What was working well for you today offensively?
I was just trying to play the game. I wasn't forcing it. Whenever it was open, I was just trying to score or get my team involved. That's it.
And Scott, is there any update you can give us right now on Langston's status and when he might be available again?
I wish I could. He's working to get back, and he's a tough kid. And once he can go, he'll go. And we're hopeful it's going to happen today. And he would have played, but wouldn't have been effective.
And then, Scott, I know now between the K-State game and this one, you've had 4 really good three-point looks at the end of the game. Kind of didn't mean to make you feel bad about what's going on in Kansas.
Thanks for that question.
I know it's bad. It's bad on my part. But, Scott, with those 4 looks, is that kind of you like where you all are going with the looks you're getting, or is the heartbreak kind of really hitting you all right now?
I mean, it's basketball, and Fran Fischel says it best: good coach, bad coach, good coach, bad coach, and good team, bad team. And I mean, at the end of the day, we needed a 3. In K-State, we probably could have gotten some 2s, or at least on one of the shots we could have. But I was really proud that Jaden Nunn had that look, and Jacoby had that look, and Jacoby had another look too, I think, in the corner. It was really good, and it's hard getting good players good looks. So at the end of the day, the best shooters in the country are going to make 4 out of 10. So you got to get the 6 that you miss, and we didn't get enough.
Coach, was it hard to prepare not knowing about McCullough? I assume that was kind of a surprise.
I think them, with us not having Langston, them not having Kevin, that probably changed some things for both of us. But that's part of the game. And I thought Miro did some good things for us. He had 6 rebounds. He moved the ball well. A lot of one-mores. Thought he had an assist in the corner, and we could use everyone that we could have gotten today. But I thought it gave people a chance to step up, and he did. Caleb had 4 rebounds, so he gave us a good contribution.
Anything else? All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hunter and KJ, obviously you guys were shorthanded tonight. I'm just wondering, the final game plan going into tonight was what? Knowing that you guys weren't going to be with Kevin or Jamari.
Just to try to move the ball. I mean, obviously we're missing a lot with Kevin being, one of the best players in the college basketball. But, we all felt pretty confident in one another to step up and make big plays, and I think we did that there today. We're at Kansas for a reason. Everybody's talented enough to play at Kansas, and so, it's not a surprise that guys, stepped up. That's kind of what, we expected.
And all of the starters played at least 30 minutes. Are there things you guys can do between now and Monday to maybe give your body a little extra rest?
Get in the cold tub. Drink this smoothie right here, and probably just relax.
I mean, people say you're young guys, but it's playing that many minutes.
Yeah,
After a game like tonight.
I don't feel young. I don't feel young anymore. I know I'm an old 23 now.
I wanted to ask specifically about that 2-minute stretch after DeJuan went out briefly and you were handling the ball a lot. Just what was that like and having that extra pressure on you in the big moments?
Not really. We practice those scenarios every day in practice, so we're kind of used to it. Just trying to get better at swinging the ball more when we don't have DeJuan Harris, primarily a ball handler on the team. So just trying to swing it and just get it moved as quick as possible.
Hey, for both of you guys, is there any different preparation or instruction when you know you've got a short bench like that? Do you have to think different or prepare different?
Not really. I think Coach really just told us let us go. We have a bunch of really good bench players and people that had to step up. But yeah, when Kevin's out, you have to account for a lot of rebounds and a lot of points that we have to account for. So just being more aggressive, everybody that played today was the key to the game today.
Hunter, what did you like about Nick tonight in that starting role?
He came out aggressive. I mean, obviously we knew, or we needed him to come out aggressive because we were, obviously missing a lot with Kev, scoring, rebounding, passing, and all that. And so he just came out there and, was really aggressive and just tried to make an impact out there. And so I think that was really huge for us. Defensively, he had that really big, he ran through that passing lane, and that was huge for us to get that dunk. That was a big momentum shift for us to really kind of extend the lead.
Hunter, when you're coming off a tough loss like Monday night, how important is it to get back on the winning track right away and not let one become two?
Extremely important. That's kind of, you hit it right on the head with that one, trying to make sure one didn't become two, especially at home. I mean, playing in front of these great fans, the energy they give us, it should really not be many times that Kansas loses at home. Just with the atmosphere, with our coach, with the system that we run, it should be really hard for somebody to come in here and beat us, no matter who's playing out there. And so, just really glad for the guys to get that confidence. Hopefully that we wanted to give some of the other guys that weren't able to play for most of the season to get some good reps in there. So hopefully they can carry that on, and hopefully we can carry on this success and try to make 1-2 with the wins this time.
Baylor is one of the best teams at drawing fouls in the conference. With the short bench you guys had, what was the approach like there to try to avoid getting into foul trouble?
We really didn't focus on that too much, just trying to stay on our feet. We kind of just played freely, just because if you play timid, you really won't be playing too much good of a defense. But we just played free and really wasn't thinking too much about it.
Anything else?
Hunter, what was it like to face Yves Missi tonight? It looks like he's really come along for Baylor. What was the challenge he presented, and how'd you all feel like you handled him?
He's a really good athlete, obviously, and just runs really good out of ball screen. So that puts a lot of pressure on a defense when you got really good guards out there that can stretch the floor. And I think that's what makes them so dynamic when you have a really good rim runner, surrounded by 4 really good shooters and 4 playmaking guards. That can really provide some mismatches out there. But I think my teammates did a really good job of loading up and not letting him get those rolling lobs that we saw in film.
And KJ here in the back, just another Saturday, Monday swing, but also back to the road. What's going to be the secret to beating Tech and kind of flipping the switch there?
Just focusing in, try to see the scouting report as quick as possible, and just tune in to Texas Tech as much as we can. We had a spurt like this and gave one up to Kansas State, so just trying to really capitalize on this week and get that win against Texas Tech.
Anything else? Thank you, fellas, very much.
Thanks, guys. Rock chalk.
Okay, guys.
Coach down, Hunter and Jamar, I'm just wondering what the final game plan was for you guys tonight.
Our final game.
McCullough, and what was the goal?
To win the game. Final game plan was try to play 7. If we had to go 8 or 9, it would have been Jank and Wilder. Try to rotate those guys a little bit if we could to get our guys enough rest. I was hoping the game was slow, which it was. I was hoping the game was ugly and muddy, which it was, in large part because they turned it over, and in large part because we couldn't make shots. But the whole thing was, I'm just this is probably the least happy I've been after a win, because that's not how you play basketball, and that's certainly not the intellect in which you're supposed to play it. So I'm disappointed that we can make those 4 or 5 plays that we made in the last minute that put us in harm's way to actually lose the game.
Coming home from Manhattan, how important is it to not let one become two? Hunter talked about that a little bit, the importance of getting this one and getting back in the column.
Yeah, I think it's you got to do that, because your next one's against the top 25 team on the road. With no time to in between. So yeah, this is we knew it was going to be this way. It's a hard part of the schedule, not just because who we play, but the timing in which we play them. So yeah, we had to get this one tonight.
Bill, is there any concern with DeJuan and Kevin's status, considering it's a Saturday, Monday turnaround?
I don't know anything about Juan, but I can't imagine Kevin being a lot better on Monday if he can't hardly move on Saturday. But we'll see. But I don't know about Juan. They said he got it pretty good, but he's a pretty tough kid. So we'll see if he can come back.
In terms of forcing those turnovers, I mean, how important was it for you guys to have really active hands in the defense?
I actually thought our hands were better tonight. I thought our ball screen defense was excellent. I thought Hunter did a great job on ball screen defense. I thought behind it, we had some guys screw up a couple of times, but for the most part, it was really good, because that's how they score. They score off threes and pin ins and ball screens, and Missi's obviously going to be a fabulous pro. He's a terrific prospect. But I thought our hand activity was good. But I also thought Baylor, let's call it like it is. We got 3 or 4 steals where they just fumbled the ball and right to us, So I don't think they did a great job handling the ball. So the steals are a little inflated based on how we played, even though I did think we were more active.
And did you give any consideration to fouling up 3 on that last possession?
Not without a timeout, no. No consideration. We've done it a lot of ways differently, but not without a timeout. Missed free throw, confusion. Juan ended up not engaging until after he got to half court. Maybe in the back court, Baylor's a great offensive rebounding team on free throws. They got more size, so that was not a consideration for me. But they got exactly what they wanted, because we couldn't get matched up 5-on-5 and switch a simple high ball screen. So
they got everything they wanted on those 2 threes. In the last,
yeah, they're wide open. Nick overhelped, and then we didn't get matched up off a free throw. Where I got you got you. I mean, didn't get matched up, and then we're switching 5. So that shouldn't have been that difficult to guard, and we let them dribble right into a 3 in the scoring area.
17 steals, even though you just said they gave some of them up. What do you think of 17 steals?
Actually, I think it's good. But the one thing that you can look at on steals is we got 17 points off of turnovers with 21 turnovers. 17 of them are steals, and steals usually lead to transition, and we score 11 points in transition. So we didn't take advantage of the steals like I think we could have if we were maybe at full strength.
How'd Timberlake do?
Yeah, I thought we won, so I'll just leave it at that. So we won.
And finally, is Juan his ankle and is Kevin just the same thing with the knee?
Yeah, same thing I just said. Juan, I don't know. I don't know. He'll get treatment. I don't know if he'll be able to play or not tomorrow. He got it pretty good. They said they said he got it pretty good, but he still made the biggest shot of the game when he came back in, though.
Bill, when you're down to 7 regulars like that, is there a change in instruction or preparation pregame? Do you even mention it, or is it one of those things you don't talk about it necessarily?
No, I talked about it. It's a great opportunity for somebody to step up and get some confidence, and it'll be the best thing for us come March. Yeah, we talked about it. I put every positive spin on it that I possibly could. Okay. Well, the way I feel right now, hell no. But I thought at the moment it was actually, I'm hoping they believe it.
Yeah.
That was what I was thinking at the moment.
How about in terms of, you probably don't want to go to 8 or 9 tonight, so do you have to remind them, we've only got the 7, let's
No,
stop
no,
now,
no,
things
I
like
didn't do that at all. I told them that Wilder and Jank, if we needed to, they were going to play. So what I tried to do was sub 6 for 1, 1 for 2, 2 for 3, 3 for 4. And so that way, and then Parker and Hunt be the 2 subs. So that's what I tried to do. And I didn't do it as well, but probably got, KJ and Juan at least out, 4 times for a minute, which is probably more they've been out some of the other games.
Bill, Baylor opened up in a zone, and you all built an 18-6 lead. Did you feel like
It wasn't against their zone, though. They only played 2 possessions, I think. Or 3. They may have played 3. But I thought we actually did a good job against their zone. We got it where we wanted to, and then Hunt missed a couple of shots early against their zone. But I actually thought we did a good job early on. It was actually surprising to me that they did open up in the zone, though.
And, Bill, what do you think you all were able to do effectively to stop Missi from getting so many rolls later in the game?
Well, he only got, what did he get, about 3 and got 1 dunk off of it. But I think the biggest thing is that our ball screen defense was good enough that when Dennis picked up his dribble, he was well outside the scoring area, outside the 3, which makes for longer passes. So you don't have to worry about the skip near as much. You can actually load up more because the skip pass hopefully is in the air long enough that you can actually recover. So we actually did a pretty good job on that.
And, Coach, could we just get a soundbite on Tech? Obviously, it starts with Pop, and they won today against UCF.
Yeah, how bad did they beat UCF? 7. Yeah, I've watched them play. They're a lot like Baylor in that they're going to put 4 guards around a big. And their big did their big guy play today? Do you know? Because he was sick the last game and didn't play. But yeah, they got a rim protector and obviously a guy can get out of a ball screen with the best of them. So it's going to be very similar to Baylor, I think. So that may be something good from a scouting report standpoint, that we can still probably not have to change a ton in a very short amount of time.
From an execution standpoint, what does your team need to do going into Lubbock on Monday?
Well, I thought that, execution, Kenitra, so much of his execution is how do you get to the point where you shoot the ball with the shots you want to shoot. And then if you don't make them, I don't know if that's really execution as much. I actually thought we did a good job and could have easily shot 50% tonight. If Hunt, what was he, 1 for 8 second half and had some bunnies and that kind of stuff. So to me, that's a little bit encouraging that we at least took some good shots and got the ball where it wanted to go. But when I think of execution, I'm thinking of late game. What did we do? Did we play the right way? Did we give ourselves the best chance? And we put ourselves in harm's way because we didn't execute the last 4 or 5 minutes. All right, guys, thanks.